we will use Microsoft Excel to calculate the survival probability and plot the Kaplan Meier graph. Let us take the example of 10 patients participating in a clinical trial over a period of 15 years. Column C. List the names of the patients. Column D. List treatment times in years for each of the individual patients. Column E shows whether the patients survived or died during the treatment. 0 signifies the patient is alive, and 1 signifies the patient has died. Let us add another column F, showing the unique years during the treatment time. Add 0 to the first row under the title time. In the next row, add 1 as this is a unique year time. Similarly, continue adding the unique years to the time column. There are 2 6-year treatment time periods under the column D. Therefore, as a unique number, add 6 for this row. Now, add the rest of the unique numbers in the remaining rows. Let us add another column with the title Death to analyze how many patients died during this time period. In the first row, we will leave the row blank since no death has occurred at this time. We will use the Excel formula equals COUNTIFs. In the criteria range 1, select the beginning of the treatment time, followed by a colon symbol, and select the last treatment time. For criteria 1, select the first year of the treatment time. Assign the criteria range 2 with the number of patient deaths for the first year, followed by a colon symbol, and then select the last patient death number under the column Death. Next, enter a comma symbol, followed by 1, and close the bracket. Now, hit Enter or the return key. To calculate the patient death for the rest of the time period, select the first result and then drag it to the last row. Let us add another column to determine the surviving patients at this time period. Since there are no patient deaths at this time, therefore, all the 10 patients are alive at the moment. For the first unique year of the treatment, we will use the Excel formula equals COUNTIFs. In the criteria range 1, select the beginning of the treatment time, followed by a colon symbol, and select the last treatment time. For criteria 1, assign the greater than symbol within double quotes. Next, add the and symbol and select the first unique time minus 1. Now, close the bracket and hit Enter or the return key. To calculate for the rest of the time period, select the first result and drag it to the last time row. Let us make another column 1 minus deaths over alive. We will use the formula equals 1 minus the corresponding number of deaths over the corresponding alive patients, and then hit Enter or the return key. Again, to calculate for the rest of the rows, select the first result and then drag it till the end of the row. Now, let us add the survival probability column. Since there is no patient death at this point, therefore, the survival probability for the first row will be 1. To calculate the survival probability for the next row, we will use the formula equals select the first survival probability multiplied by its corresponding 1 minus death over alive value, and then hit Enter or the return key. To calculate the rest of the survival probability value, select the calculated value and drag it down all the way to the last row. To plot the Kaplan Meier graph with the survival probability versus time, let us copy the values from the time column and paste it separately. Similarly, Let us copy the survival probability values and paste it next to the time column. Next, copy all the unique time points, excluding the 0-year time point, and paste it below the last time point in the same column. Similarly, copy all the survival probability values except the last value and paste it below the survival probability column. Let us add the last column that would help in setting the order of values in both the columns. In this order column, simply enter the value 1 in the first row and continue entering up to 10, since there are 10 patients in number. Once the row hits 10, repeat the number again from 1 up to 9. The next step is to set the order of the column from the smallest to the largest order. Sort the values by the order column from the smallest to the largest order, and then click OK. Once the orders are arranged, it is time to plot the graph. Select the time column and the survival probability column, and click on Insert, and select the scatter graph with lines. The graph containing the survival probability versus time has been generated. Thanks for watching.